Donald Trump has been hit by a key White House exit months before the crucial midterm elections. James Braid, Trump's Director of Legislative Affairs, has reportedly left the White House after just 19 months in the administration. According to Politico, Braid has been the top White House aide responsible for liaising with Congress, a crucial role for a U.S. president working with narrow Republican majorities in the Capitol Hill. Braid served during Trump's first term and returned for the second tenure at the Oval Office, where he became an important conduit between the White House and lawmakers. One of his biggest assignments was helping push through Trump's legislative achievement, dubbed as the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Now, that key congressional point man is reportedly preparing to leave, with his next move still unknown, the report added. But his exit immediately adds to a much bigger question surrounding the Trump administration. Why are so many high-profile figures heading out? Last week, Trump announced that White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt would step down at the end of August, choosing to spend more time with her young family. So with Leavitt preparing to leave, Braid reportedly heading out, and other senior officials already gone, the Trump administration is battling a major shakeup ahead of the elections. A dramatic question is raising about Karoline Leavitt's sudden White House exit, and it has something to do with a brief clip from a day before the announcement that left many stunned. The speculation was posted on X by the account Call to Activism, which shared a video it described as a leaked clip involving U.S. President Donald Trump and two of his top aides, White House Press Secretary Leavitt and Executive Assistant to the President Natalie Harp. The clip captured the trio in what appeared to be discussion aboard Marine One. The critics were quick to claim that Leavitt looked visibly isolated in what the Post described as a tense exchange, and suggested that the footage raised questions about what may have happened behind the scenes. Online sleuths then linked the alleged incident to Trump's announcement, made hours later, that Leavitt would be leaving her role as White House press secretary. The Post raised eyebrows with one line: "Is the White House covering up something?" Here, it is important to stress that the allegation is just that, a claim, with no evidence publicly establishing that her departure was connected to any confrontation with Donald Trump. There is currently no publicly established evidence that the video proves a confrontation, a dispute, or a connection between the exchange and Leavitt's departure. Meanwhile, the official explanation for Leavitt's exit is considerably more straightforward. U.S. President announced Wednesday that Leavitt would leave her position at the end of August so she could spend more time with her young children and family. In his Truth Social post, Trump described Leavitt as one of his most trusted aides and praised her performance as White House press secretary. He also said she would remain one of his top outside advisors and an influential voice within the Republican Party, meaning her departure does not appear to represent a complete break from Trump's political operation. Leavitt herself characterized the decision as bittersweet. At just 28, she became the youngest person ever to hold the White House press secretary position. She had also recently returned to work after maternity leave following the birth of her second child, a daughter, in May. In her own statement, Leavitt said that serving as press secretary had been the honor and adventure of a lifetime. She also explained that being a mother while working one of the most demanding jobs in Washington had been an extraordinarily challenging period. That context is important because it provides a documented reason for her departure that does not rely on the social media allegation. At the same time, the timing of the viral claim is likely to fuel speculation, but a tense-looking interaction on video, even if the brief footage is authentic and accurately described, does not by itself establish what was being discussed or what happened afterward. And there is another important detail. Trump has not announced Leavitt as someone being pushed completely out of his political orbit. Instead, he has said she will continue as an outside advisor and remain an influential Republican voice, particularly as the administration looks toward the midterm elections. That makes the online theory more complicated than a simple "Leavitt was fired after a confrontation" narrative. The available reporting instead shows a White House press secretary stepping down from one of the most demanding communications jobs in government while remaining aligned with Trump and his political movement. Leavitt's own explanation also focused heavily on her family. She has 2 young children, and her second child was born only a few months ago. Her departure, therefore, comes at a moment when balancing the White House role with motherhood would be particularly demanding. Still, the alleged Marine One footage is now being used by Trump's critics to raise questions about whether there may be more to the story. But those questions remain unanswered. What is confirmed is that Trump announced her departure, Leavitt will leave at the end of August, and both have publicly framed the decision around her family and future role outside the White House. So for now, the viral theory remains an allegation circulating online rather than a confirmed explanation. And that distinction matters as the footage continues to attract attention and questions about what really happened behind the scenes.